Looky here, guys. I don't know what we have going on over here. Well, it's that jolly fellow.
We got a visitor here, and it's going to be her birthday in a couple of days.
Oh, don't tell me, Santa. You knew ahead of time that it was going to be her birthday, that she was going to be here.
And we brought her a bracelet.
You brought her. Oh.
How about that?
Right here in the ice cream shop. Santa himself.
How about
giving out birthday presents?
Let's give her a coin, too. We have Santa coins.
Santa coins?
Yes, we do.
And these are only for the good boys and girls, correct?
Right. You're not getting one.
No, not
today.
Look, I've been on the naughty list a long time. I'm trying to buy myself back into good
gracious. Here's the good news. Here's the good news. You got 150 days to make it right.
Woo! 150 days. That means I can mess up for 149.
Oh.
Yeah! Y'all heard it first right here. Yes!
Find the coins?
Yeah,
You found the coins.
it's funner being naughty.
Yes, it is. we got Santa's little elf helper with us.
Bernard. This is Bernard.
Hello, Bernard.
All the way from the North Pole.
Okay, you better give this little. Y'all promised her a little coin. Y'all.
She got coins.
She got coins. She's got bracelets. Okay.
We need to look and see what's in the mailbox.
Oh, well, let's see if we've got something in there.
Here,
I know a lot of people think that it's July.
What's in there, Bernard?
You gotta think of
We got anything? Has anybody written a letter to Santa? Oh, we got a couple.
That what we got? You got more in there? Get them all.
Can I try the cantaloupe? Nope.
That's okay. Here we go. All right.
Well,
So Santa, who's written us
Santa,
today?
why don't you move over there on this?
okay, we're gonna move over here.
Try the auto.
That's good.
Okay, this is from Ella. And then we have one from Kat.
Oh,
One from
okay.
Ella and one from Kat. Ella says, "Dear Santa, for Christmas this year, I would like an iPod and a puppy and Hershey Kisses."
Okay.
That's a pretty good list.
That's a pretty good
That's
list.
a pretty good list. And here's what I need to tell Ella. Bernard, we're going to send this up to the North Pole because all the rest of the elves are up there working. And they love it when I get these things to them in advance because they can start working on this. But we have one small little hiccup here. And that's a puppy.
Can I do this?
Oh, but that's okay. We got that worked out because Frosty said that he can make one out of snow.
Well, there you go.
So we got that worked out.
There you go.
No problem.
See, the problem that I have with a puppy is they make a mess in my sleigh.
Well,
I get them in the sleigh and they make a mess all over the place. And then it's, then this is Claus has to clean my suit, an extra special cleaning. Bernard has to get all the fur out. So, and while I make toys, I am a toy maker. I can't make an animal.
You can't because you don't have the body.
That's right. See, we can't make a puppy. Okay. All right, you hold on to that. We're going to send that. We're going to teletransport that to the North Pole with the fairy dust. We'll talk about that in a minute. This is from Kat. Dear Santa, could you please give me with some fat stacks of cash because I'm extremely broke and I also get a puppy, please and thanks.
some more puppies.
Well, puppies are the big thing this year, I guess. So Kat, like I said before, I have a hard time with puppies. They make a mess in the sleigh. I just can't do it, and I don't know how to make it. I can't make a puppy.
Fair enough.
Cash I can help you with.
Cash?
Oh, you can make
We
cash?
can make cash.
Oh,
cash.
I don't think you need to be saying that on
Well, not very many people ask for cash. Huh? Well, we do. We have cash. So, Kat, we're going to put this with Bernard. He's going to teletransport that back up to the North Pole so that the elves can get working on all this. Hello. Come on in.
We're
having a Santa party. Okay. So, those are the young ladies that we have.
See Santa before she was born.
And if you'd like, we could talk a little bit about the fairies and the fairy dust. if you'd like to do that. Maybe I can go sit over here.
You can.
Okay?
Yes.
And, Bernard, maybe you can ask these people if they might like come on over. I need my bag. Don't take my bag away. So I need to ask you, who's your favorite reindeer? Rudolph? Okay. Do you know? Why don't you pull up a chair? This is going to be a minute. Have a seat right here. Come on around here a little bit. About like that. Is that okay? Do you know? You said Rudolph is your favorite reindeer. Do you know how Rudolph got his red nose? Huh?
Definitely, it just lights up.
What?
Lights up.
Dust? Well, you're kind of right. It takes a special kind of fairy dust to make the reindeer fly. Okay? And the fairy dust that makes the reindeer fly is red fairy dust. Yeah, red fairy dust. Now let me tell you about Rudolph. Do you know when puppies are born, sometimes there's a little puppy and they call them the runt of the litter? You ever heard that term? A runt of the litter, the baby, the smallest little puppy that there is. Well, Rudolph, when he was born, was real small. And he wanted to fly so bad. He kept trying to fly and he just could not fly because he was too small. Well, one day, he was outside playing, trying to fly, and the fairies came to deliver red fairy dust because that's what makes the reindeer fly. And we sprinkle a little red fairy dust in their food, just a little teeny bit, just a little bit. We put it in their food, and when they eat their food, then they can fly, and that's how they fly at Christmas time. So anyway, this day, the fairies were coming. They came to the North Pole, and they were coming up to the barn where all the reindeer live, and they saw Rudolph out there trying to fly. And he kept jumping off of buildings and jumping off of tree stumps and running, and he kept trying to fly, and he kept falling down. He just could not do it. And the fairies saw this, and they went over and they said, "Are you trying to learn how to fly?" And Rudolph said, "Yeah, I am." And they said, "We can help you out because we have Santa's red fairy dust. And that's what makes the reindeer fly. So we're going to give you a little bit of, we're going to let you have some red fairy dust." Well, Rudolph was just so excited. So they put their bag down and they turned around to put all the rest of their stuff away in their bag. And when they turned back around, the fairy dust was gone. The fairy dust was gone, and there was just a little bit of red stuff in the snow where the bag had been. Rudolph ate the whole bag of red fairy dust. He didn't know. He thought when they put the bag down, they put the bag down for him to eat. And so he ate the whole bag. And they were, "Oh my gosh, now we're in trouble." "Well, hello, how are you? How you doing? You want to come talk with us? Come and listen to a story." Push that chair for her, Bernard. So they didn't know what to do because now Rudolph, "Here you go, honey, you want to come sit over here?" "No? Okay." So they didn't know what to do because they let Rudolph eat this whole bag of red fairy dust, and now he was running and jumping and running and jumping, and all of a sudden he took off flying. And he learned how to fly because he ate all the fairy dust. And when you eat all the fairy dust, when you eat too much fairy dust, it makes your nose turn red. It made his... Sometimes, well, he ate the whole bag. He ate the whole bag of red fairy dust. I know, he didn't know. And they thought the The fairies thought they were going to be in trouble with Santa because they let Rudolph eat the whole bag. So they didn't tell Santa. But Santa said, well, what the heck? He's learned how to fly all by himself. And that's how Rudolph's nose got red. Because he ate too much fairy dust. Now, there are other kinds of fairy dust too. Do you know about the other fairy dusts? Did you know that there's a yellow fairy dust?
Yeah. Come for.
Do you know what the yellow fairy dust does? The yellow fairy dust lets me come down your chimney. It lets me come all the way down your chimney, and then it lets me go back up your chimney. Look how big I am. I couldn't get down a chimney by myself. I have to have the magic yellow fairy dust.
And that's why you're so little bit big.
That's right. And that's how I get down the chimney, and then I come back up the chimney with the yellow fairy dust.
I think we should just get out the door.
Well, I use the chimney usually. If there's a chimney, I use the chimney. If there's no chimney, I have a special key. And the key unlocks your door, and I can come in through the front door if you don't have a chimney.
I have a chimney.
You have a chimney? Well, then I come down your chimney and I go back up your chimney.
I don't have a chimney.
Well, then I come through your front door. We need Bernard, we need a bracelet for this young lady over here, and maybe I think maybe a small one.
Here you go.
Would you like a bracelet? There you go. Would you like a bracelet, young sir? Yep, you would? So let's get this guy a bracelet. There you go. Now, we also have green fairy dust. Now, do you know what green fairy dust does? What does it do? Yeah. Okay, here, I'm going to tell you what it does, all right? When I come down your chimney, or in your case, come through your front door, and I have my bag of toys, and I leave all my toys there for you, under your tree, and now I go back out to my sleigh, now my bag is empty, right? So how do I get toys for the next house?
And maybe the elves can make more.
The elves use green fairy dust at the North Pole to send more toys to my bag and my sleigh. So every time I empty my bag, the fairies at the North Pole sprinkle some green fairy dust, and it fills my bag up with toys again for the next child, for the next house. And that's what gets the toys to every little child. You know what that's called? That's called teletransporting. Can you say teletransporting? Say it. Teletransporting. Teletransporting. There you go. And then the last fairy dust is the blue fairy dust. And that's the most important of all. Well, the blue fairy dust, have you ever wondered how I can go to all the houses all over the world in one night? You ever wonder about that? Here's how that happens. When I come back up to my sleigh, I have blue fairy dust, and I sprinkle some of that. Now let me ask you something. When I come into your house, and I'm bringing you toys, and I'm putting those toys under your Christmas tree, and I'm eating those cookies and drinking that milk that you leave out for me, do you leave cookies and milk out for me? You do? Do you leave cookies and milk out for me? You do? Do you leave cookies and milk out for Santa? I'll bet you do. Well, by the time I come into your house and I leave all my toys there, all your toys under your Christmas tree, and I drink some of your milk. You have a chimney too. You know how long it takes me to do that? How long do you think it takes me to do that?
I have a bigger chimney.
It takes about 10 minutes. You have a big chimney? It takes about 10 minutes. So, how can I possibly get to all these children if it takes 10 minutes for each house? But here's what I do with the blue fairy dust. when I come back up to my sleigh, after I've been to your house, after I put your toys under the tree, after I eat the cookies, and after I drink the milk, I sprinkle some of that blue fairy dust, and it turns an hour into a second. So now, instead of 10 minutes, I've only been gone for like 2 seconds. And that's how I get around to all the houses. So, now let's review. What does the red fairy dust do?
Red fairy dust.
Makes Rudolph and the reindeer fly, right? It makes his nose red. Yellow fairy dust helps me go up and down the chimney, right? Green fairy dust fills the toys in the toy bag. And blue fairy dust changes time. And you know who makes the blue fairy dust? The Arctic fairies. Now the Arctic fairies, they're very, very special. They're sometimes sad. You know why they're sad? They're sad because they never get to come visit the children with me. Because they live at the North Pole. And it has to be very, 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 very cold because that's where they live. But they knew I was coming here, and they wanted to come visit with the children. So we had the elves make a special container.
What's a container?
Huh?
Container. It's something that you
It's like a jar. They made a special container that's very, 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 very cold that the Arctic fairies can be in, so that they could come and visit with you. Plus, they knew we were coming here where they have ice cream and there's freezers here, so they knew it would be very cold. Would you like to meet the Arctic fairies? Would you like to see an Arctic fairy? Would you like to see an Arctic fairy?
Still sleeping because it seems
Right.
you've been sleeping for a long time and you've really been sleeping longer.
Okay. Would you like to meet the Arctic fairies? Okay. We have a special container. Would you like to wear an elf hat? Would you like to wear an elf hat?
That's kind of big.
There you go. Would you like to wear an elf hat? No? Would you like to wear an elf hat? Nope. Okay. You can wear an elf hat. Okay, so now in here, somewhere in here, now the Arctic fairies, I'm gonna bring them out here for you in a minute. I'll get it for you. Let's see, the Arctic fairies,
Skies in my bag.
well, yeah. The Arctic Bernard, who put the teddy bear in here?
I think it was
One of the other elves put a teddy bear in my bag. They are so silly, those elves. I just never know what those elves are going to do. Now, it has to be real cold. It has to be very, very, very cold for the...
The entire family can come together.
That was just I don't know who put that in there.
I'm telling you, those elves, they get lost in this giant bag. There, now I found them. Now I found them because now it's cold. Look. There's the Arctic fairies. See them in there? Can you see them in there?
You see the little purple light?
Huh?
Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
They're in there.
I see lights.
They're winking at you.
Just let me know when.
They're the Arctic fairies that make the blue fairy dust.
I'd love to do that.
And it has to be very, 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 very cold for them.
Do you know it's a pixie? A pixie dust.
Pixie dust is very, very much like fairy dust. But it has to be very cold, and it's very, very cold in this special container.
Do you know who someone is green?
What?
Do you know someone was green?
No.
Is that something like that for Saturday?
So,
It's Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell. Yeah, she has pixie dust.
Yeah, she has pixie dust. Yellow one.
Bernard.
Yellow.
Look at that. Oh, it's very, very cold in here. I'm going to have to put the the fairies back in their container. Do you say goodbye to the? Hi.
All right, thank you.
What do you have?
It's a letter for Santa.
Ooh, is that for me? Oh, thank you. Can I open that? Okay. We're gonna let the Arctic fairies sit out for just a few more minutes, okay?
I think I see them now. I think I see it. Hey, look.
Hi. Oh my, there's shells in here.
Shells?
Did you get these at the beach?
No, but I got them from a river.
Very smart. Is this your letter?
Yes.
Oh, Bernard, will you hold on to those for me? Don't let them fall out of it. Put them in your pocket. This is Bernard. He's going to hold on to the shells. Okay. Let's say goodbye to the Arctic fairies.
Okay.
Okay? You got to very carefully put them back in here.
I like purple.
Okay. There you go. All right. Arctic fairies are... Okay, thank you.
Well, silly elves are just put down with teddy bear somewhere in your bag.
Do you have the Christmas spirit?
I do.
I'll bet you she has the Christmas spirit. We're going to read this letter. Yeah. Okay.
What's it say?
All right. Oh, here's a teddy bear. You got to put that back in there too, because the elves stuck him in there. Okay, Mad Libs. Oh, this is your Christmas list of what you would like.
Put this in there before you go.
Okay, thank you. Here you go. Security. Mad Libs. Okay, we're gonna. Can I keep this?
Yes.
Okay. Mad Libs. That's a good. Oh, they're fun. They're fun, aren't they?
Can you see that big old unicorn right there?
Yeah, I do.
Let's see. Can you see the sparkly horn?
Oh, yeah.
Above her ears.
Okay. Boston Terrier pillows. Okay. Boston Terrier sign. Bag for your bike. A bag for your bike. Okay. Lights for your bike. Jelly and Harwell books.
No, narwhal.
Oh, okay, Narwhal books. Right, gotcha.
No, it was a narwhal.
Okay. Fluffy Boston Terrier. Let me guess. You like Boston Terriers, don't you? I kind of figured that out.
What are you doing here?
Well, I came to get my mail. See my mailbox over there? That big red mailbox? It says letters to Santa.
Okay.
And it stays here in Mr. Huck's ice cream parlor.
Can you see my grandma's right there?
And I come and collect the letters. Adventures in... Okay.
Oh boy.
You see, kids, I've been telling y'all for a long time that our product is made with love and magic.
That's right.
And that I send my product through the machine to the North Pole to have Santa check out the product to make sure that it's filled with enough love and magic in the ice cream. So Santa and I decided he needed to come to town to see what we're doing down here. How much love and magic is really being spread with this ice cream.
That's right.
So right here
You go put that in your
at
pocket.
the ice cream shop, Santa came in to inspect us and to see all you kids. How about that?
And we get all that ice cream through the green fairy dust.
That's right. So when I tell y'all we see the fairies and go to the land of the unicorns, I'm telling the truth.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
What are y'all thinking?
Fairy dust?
Huh?
Pink fairy dust.
I don't have pink fairy dust. I think the pink fairy dust belongs to the tooth fairy. I think the tooth fairy has the pink fairy dust.
My mouth.
Yeah.
No, Santa, you got it wrong. The pink fairy dust belongs to the Easter bunny.
Oh, Easter Bunny.
Yes.
My other good friend.
It's purple. That is the tooth fairy.
I should have known that.
That'd be killing me.
I should have known that.
Look at the big crocodile. It has smart fingers.
So let's check and see. Let's check and see who has Christmas spirit. Would you like to hold on to that?
Okay.
Hold on to that. I don't see anything lighting up. Can you hold her hand? Hold her hand. I don't see anything yet. Hold her hand. I don't see anything lighting up yet. Hold her hand. Maybe you should touch this. Grab that side. No, hold that side. Hold on to it. Grab it.
What the heck?
Well, there you go. Now you are the one with the Christmas spirit, and you're giving it to everybody here. Yay! That's so fun. Okay, somebody let go. Oh, there you go. That's the end of it. What do you think about that? That's how you got the Christmas spirit.
I got the Christmas spirit.
You got it, and you gave it to everybody here. You gave it to everybody here. That's awful special.
That's Grandma Robin.
Huh?
Grandma is Robin.
So, what do you think?
Kind of cute.
Got any questions?
I do.
What's your question?
I just saw some loonies. Loonies that come from a little water can, and then you dip it, and then the pick something comes out.
I don't know what that is.
You see?
I don't know what that could be.
Look at this. You see it?
What do you think, Bernard?
What?
I said, what do you
Look
think?
at this. A triangle. You're flying on this.
That's okay.
Hey Santa.
Yes, sir.
Before we leave, tell us what's going on next. What are you going to be doing between now and Christmas? Where are we going to see you next time?
Well, I'm always around, and I will come back here and check my mail again. I have to talk with Mr. Huck to see when he gets more letters. He will call me. He'll send a message to me, and we'll come back and we'll check the mail again.
So come down here and deposit your letters, right?
That's right. All the children should come down and bring their letters to Santa in the big red mailbox right there, right behind Mr. Mike. And when you bring the letters, Mr. Huck will let me know that the letters are here, and then I'll come back and we'll let you know so that maybe you can come and meet me.
Look at this.
Oh yeah, look at you. Did everybody get a coin? Did you get a coin? Oh, we need a coin.
I don't have a coin.
Oh, he needs a coin too.
See, security can take care of that.
Oh, security? Call security. How about bracelets? Did you get a bracelet? Oh, we need to get bracelets.
Yeah.
She needs a bracelet.